Welcome to Hofstra Today. I'm Max Sacco.
And I'm Rachel Lucier.
Well, Rachel, we're back at school, and already the best time of the year has come upon us, Hofstra Fall Fest. What are you most excited for after an almost 2-year hiatus?
I'm looking forward to a fun weekend. Campus is buzzing with excitement, especially about our special guest that will be performing at Fall Fest.
Yes, T-Pain is coming to
T-Pain.
Fall Fest. I can honestly say, just hearing that alone already blows out DNCE and also Flo Rida. This might be the best act I've heard Hofstra's brought here.
I agree, and even a few days ago when everyone found out, my phone was buzzing with excitement, people saying, do you know who the new guests are? It'll be a super fun weekend, especially with family and friends, and hopefully with good weather.
And it should be, we'll hear about the weather later on, by the way.
Of course.
But it should be a great time just to be with everyone again, be with our friends, and just finally relax again and have people back on campus as well.
For you, it'll be your third Fall Fest, but for me, only my second. I only had one normal year as a freshman, so I'm super looking forward to a really fun weekend in a few weeks.
Should be a great one.
And in other news, Hofstra University recently welcomed 37 new students to their inaugural class of undergraduate nursing students. The Bachelor of Science program is a new addition to the highly successful Hofstra Northwell School of Nursing and Physician Assistants. The program was originally founded in 2015 and has since graduated hundreds of advanced practice nurse clinicians. Over 1,000 students applied for a position in the extremely competitive program from dozens of states nationwide. Among those selected, nearly half come from diverse racial or ethnic backgrounds. Hofstra University's nursing program cannot wait to see all of the wonderful things this class will achieve.
As a part of Dr. Susan Poser's Presidential Inauguration Celebration Week, the Hofstra Pride community will be hosting a food drive for all students and staff. Canned goods and other non-perishable items can be dropped off in the Student Center, room 221, until tomorrow, Thursday, September 23rd. All donations will be given to the Interfaith Nutritional Network in Hempstead on Saturday, September 25th, from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. All Hofstra students, faculty, and staff are welcome to help drop off the donations. Prior registration to do so is required and can be accessed on the Hofstra events calendar.
Hofstra University is highlighting the inauguration of our 9th president, Susan Poser, with a week-long celebration. The programs are open to any and all Hofstra students, faculty, and staff, and alumni. The academic community organized these events to emphasize the theme of building and bridging the future of Hofstra as President Poser becomes part of our community. The week kicks off with an opening address on September 27th at 1 p.m. at the John Crawford Adams Playhouse. The keynote speaker for the event is New York Times journalist Charles Blow. Several other discussions will be hosted by the Hofstra faculty throughout the week. For more information, go to thehofstra.edu/inauguration. President Poser will be featured on our next show to discuss the inauguration and her plans for Hofstra moving forward as president.
Tune into our creative side and take part in SGA's logo competition for the Hofstra Family Garden. Your art will have the chance to become a part of our campus and win great prizes. The first place winner will not only have their art become the official logo, but will also win 2 Mets tickets and AirPods. The second place winner will receive a JBL Flip 4 Bluetooth speaker, and the third place winner will win an Anker Soundcore Life headphones. All 3 winners will go home with the Hofstra swag bag to amp up their Hofstra apparel, and the deadline has been extended to October 24th. You do not want to miss out on this opportunity, so be sure to check out Hofstra SGA on Instagram for more updates.
This weekend, Hofstra University will be partnering with JCPenney to host their annual Suit Up event for great deals on professional attire. The limited time sale will be offered exclusively to Hofstra students this Sunday, September 26th from 5 to 8 p.m. at the Roosevelt Field Shopping Center. The event featured up to 60% off select essential career wear, shoes, and accessories that will make you look your best at a job interview or academic event. The store-wide sale is only eligible to Hofstra students who provide their Hofstra ID upon checking out. If you want to participate virtually, you must text the word Hofstra to 67292 to receive an online coupon code. For more information about this event, contact Liz Spisato at elizabeth.spisato@hofstra.edu.
When the COVID-19 pandemic hit, high school students all over the country lost out on a coming-of-age classic, prom. Hofstra, though, is making it up to those students with the newest addition to the inauguration festivities, Pride Prom, which will be this Saturday, September 25th, from 8 p.m. to 11 p.m. in the Physical Education Building. All Hofstra students are welcome to dance the night away and will be able to enjoy a fun night with food, music, and games, all for free. Advance registration for this event is required and can be found on the event page of the Hofstra website.
Hofstra University recently announced the new Dean of Students and Assistant Vice President for Student Affairs. Michelle Vanis Grant previously served as the Fashion Institute of Technology's Director of Student Life and has also worked for institutions including Fordham University and NYU. She was chosen from a group of highly experienced applicants and was praised for her student-centered focus and support for a diverse campus. Aside from her new role at Hofstra, Vanis Grant is also a doctoral candidate in organizational leadership at Northeastern University, as well as an active member of Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated. Everyone at Hofstra University sends Vanis Grant a warm welcome to campus.
Don't turn off your screens just yet. Up next is an interview with Senior Assistant Dean of Students, Beth McGuire.
I'm Dr. Shelley Flace with today's tip for kids from the American Academy of Pediatrics. If you own firearms, it's your responsibility to make sure they're always stored safely. Hiding them in a closet or drawer is not enough. Kids know where they are. Research shows the risk of injury and death is lower if guns are stored unloaded and locked up, with the ammunition locked in a separate place. This is important when children are young, as well as when they grow into teenagers. For more, talk with your pediatrician or visit healthychildren.org.
Welcome back to Hofstra Today. Election season is in the air for Hofstra's Student Government Association. Any student interested in running for the position of SGA governor or justice must have their candidate nomination form submitted today, September 22nd by 4 p.m. to the OSLE office in room 224 of the Student Center. For those who get on the ballot, campaigning will be from September 24th to the 28th. Elections will be held on the Hofstra portal starting Wednesday, September 29th at 9 a.m. and ending on Friday, September 30th at 5 p.m. All Hofstra students are encouraged to vote and have their say in who will be representing them here at Hofstra this year.
In September, Hofstra announced that Philip M. Scalero and Ari Fletcher are the new senior fellows for the Peter S. Calico Center for the Study of the American Presidency. Scalero was the Director of Legislative Affairs and Special Advisor to President Barack Obama, and Fleischer was the White House Press Secretary for President George W. Bush. Fellows participate in campus events throughout the school year, and their first campus appearance will be on October 26th from 1 to 2:25 p.m. with their discussion titled Assessing the Early Biden Presidency. More information for registration can be found on the Hofstra events calendar.
In honor of Latinx Heritage Month, Hofstra's Office of Intercultural Engagement and Inclusion has organized a screening of In the Heights tomorrow, Thursday, September 23rd at 6:30 p.m. in the Student Center. The film, directed by John M. Chu, will be followed by a live question and answer discussion with the Lawrence Herbert School of Communications Associate Dean Mario A. Murillo. All students are welcome to join in celebration of the Latinx Heritage Month as long as they present proof of vaccination. The event is free, but advanced registration is required on the Hofstra events calendar.
The nationally recognized academic fraternity Phi Beta Kappa's Hofstra chapter was recognized with an Outstanding Chapter Award by the National Honor Society during its 46th Triennial Council. The chapter is only one of 6 to achieve this honor, and in order to be presented with this distinction, chapters must show excellent qualities of community outreach. This award also brings a monetary prize to the chapter representing and supporting liberal arts students on campus. Hofstra is proud of the Omega of New York chapter of Phi Beta Kappa.
And now off to Crystal Bermudez with the 5-day weather forecast for this upcoming week.
Max and Rachel. Now let's look at this week's weather forecast. We can expect showers today with a high of 79 and a low of 72, with wind speeds reaching 17 miles per hour. Thursday will bring a mix of scattered thunderstorms and heavy gusts of winds with a high of 79 degrees and a low of 68 degrees. Now let's take a look at the rest of the week will take shape here in Hempstead. Friday will bring more showers in the morning with breaks of sunshine later in the day. There will be a high of 70 degrees and a low of 61 degrees. Into the weekend, we will see a partial cloud cover with light showers on Saturday with a high of 72 degrees and a low of 61 degrees. On Sunday, expect mostly cloudy skies with scattered bursts of wind with a high of 73 degrees and a low of 62 degrees. That's all for the 5-day weather forecast. I'm Crystal Bermudez. Back to you, Max and Rachel.
Thanks, Crystal. Next, we have Kate O'Brien live in studio with a look at how Hofstra residential life has adapted their policies this semester.
Thanks, Rachel. I had the pleasure of speaking to the Senior Assistant Dean and Director of Res Life, Beth McGuire. Let's listen to what she has to say about the updated Res Life policies here at Hofstra. For Hofstra Today, I'm Kate O'Brien, joined today by Beth McGuire, the Senior Assistant Dean of Students and Director of Res Life. Thank you so much for joining me.
Happy to be here. Thanks so much.
Compared to last year's pandemic protocols, what are some of the changes students are seeing with Res Life rules right now?
The difference between last year and this year is that we can have guests in the residence halls this year, where last year we couldn't. So we still can have external guests, but we can have Hofstra students visiting other Hofstra students in their rooms and then in their residence halls. Last year, students couldn't even visit each other in their actual rooms or suites.
What prompted the change in the guest policy to now allow Hofstra students to visit each other?
So we followed the science, and that was the biggest thing for us, is to follow the science. And since everyone is vaccinated, it makes it easier for students to be able to visit one another. And that's the reason why we can have external guests, is because it's difficult to prove vaccination status for those students or family or acquaintances that aren't part of the Hofstra community.
What about the non-Hofstra student policy? Can we expect to see that changed anytime soon?
Our hope and our intent is that as more people become vaccinated, that we'll be able to open up that policy. But for right now, we anticipate that for the fall semester, it will remain the way it is right now.
Room checks and Res Life programs are also permitted again. What can students expect with these?
We're really excited about that. We're still going to do many of our programs outside, just because students really enjoy the things that we've put into place, the fire pits and the volleyball nets and the cornhole and all of the things that have really become popular for programming. But we will be doing movie nights and baking competitions and things that make sense, but we will still obviously be masked and gloved, and we'll continue to follow the safety standards that we know work to keep everybody safe.
Finally, is there anything that I didn't ask you today that you'd like to mention?
The students that live in the residence halls, as well as our RA staff, really need to be credited. They've been really great about following the policies and procedures to make sure that our community is safe and to make sure that we remain open and we can have a residential experience.
Stay tuned. Up next, we'll take a look at this year's Fall Fest.
Hey, this is Kevin Love from the Cleveland Cavaliers. At times, life can feel scary, and we can get overwhelmed by anxiety. Mindfulness can help you get through these tough times. My nonprofit is partnering with Headspace to offer free content to help you stress less. It's as easy to do as this. Take a big, deep breath, in through the nose, out through the mouth. In and out. Head to kevinlovefund.org/headspace and be kind to your mind.
Now let's hear from Max Coven about some exciting upcoming events you should check out on campus.
Hey Hofstra, do you want to hear some of your favorite professors play an instrument? Well, Friday, October 1st is your opportunity to do so. The music department will be putting on a music recital at the Helena Fortnoff Theater on the south side of campus from 1 to 2:25 p.m. It will feature instruments from brass to string and is sure to be a good time. Come on out, support your favorite professors, and listen to some beautiful music. Hofstra Concerts is bringing back Coffee House open mic nights all semester long. The opening night will take place on September 23rd and continue throughout the semester on select Thursdays. This event will allow students to perform covers of their favorite songs or to write an original that they want to share. Both solo and group performances are welcome to perform at this on-campus event. It will be a great night of free music from Hofstra's very own. For more information on sign-ups and show dates, check out the Hofstra Concerts on Instagram. See you there. Hofstra Dance and Drama is putting on their first show of the season. The show, Everybody, directed by Kevin R. Free, will premiere on Friday, October 1st, with the last show on Sunday, October 10th. The show will take place at 8 p.m. Thursday through Saturday, both weekends. The Sunday showings will take place at 2 p.m. Everybody, written by Brandon Jacob Jenkins, was a Pulitzer Prize finalist in 2018. You can check out the show at the Joan and Donald Schaefer Block Box Theater. Shows are open to only Hofstra students, faculty, and staff, and masks are mandatory. For more information, go to Hofstra Drama and Dance on social media. That's all for entertainment around Hofstra. I'm Max Coven.
It's that time of year. Fall Fest is right around the corner, and field reporter Jake Epstein has more information for what's in store.
Hello, I'm Jake Epstein, and I am coming to you live from the intramural fields. Right now, they are empty and quiet, and that was the scene last year when Fall Fest was canceled due to the coronavirus. This year, that will change because on October 2nd, we will be hosting our annual Fall Fest. Students will be able to attend a free event where they'll be having a concert and a festival where people can enjoy the music from T-Pain.
Yeah, we are really excited because of the vaccination rate of our student body, that we're going to be able to have an in-person fall festival this year. Additionally, beyond all of our students being fully vaccinated, our invited families and any guests that our students bring also have to prove of COVID-19 vaccination. And in this way, we can, again, meet on the intramural field for our great concert, carnival, and all the other events in person and safely.
Another question I have is, usually the announcement of who's performing at Fall Fest comes a bit earlier in the year. Is there a specific reason as to why it came a bit later than usual?
Yeah, a lot of things can affect the timeline for announcing, such as contracts, permits, stuff like that. The university works really hard to let our alumni and students know how soon as possible we can of the headliner. But we were happy we could at least make it this past Monday, early in the morning, and we're going to be letting all of our populations know best we can.
Well, we're looking forward to it, and we're excited that it is T-Pain. I was wondering if you have a particular favorite T-Pain song that you enjoy listening to.
I was a fan of his music during the Bartender era, so hopefully that one will make the lineup.
I liked his appearance in Apple Bottom Jeans. I thought that was pretty noteworthy. Big hit.
I'm just excited that we're all going to be in person again. I'm happy about the T-Pain announcement. I don't know, I'm glad that there's going to be an opportunity for all of us to hang out in the intramural fields again, because it didn't really feel the same last year during COVID, so I'm just glad that we're all going to get a chance to be together again and hang out.
Tickets will be available on October 1st, and you will be able to pick them up. All you will need is a proof of vaccination or your Pride Pass. This is going to be a great event to bring back and welcome the new school year with hope. From the intramural fields, I'm Jake Epstein. Back to you in the studio.
Stick around for the top stories from around the country concerning climate change, vaccinations, and immigration with Deja Gross.
I'm Dr. Shelley Flace with today's tip for kids from the American Academy of Pediatrics. The nicotine in e-cigarettes is addictive and can harm brain development. That's why I worry about teens who try e-cigarettes. Many young people use pod-based e-cigarettes like Juul, which have high levels of nicotine. And because teens' brains are still developing, they can quickly become addicted. The tobacco industry uses fruit and candy flavors to attract young people, often turning them into lifelong users. For more, visit healthychildren.org.
Now with the highlights from around the country, our own Deja Gross.
President Joe Biden has released a statement promising to double the amount of aid given to developing countries who need help combating climate change. This comes in the wake of the UN reporting saying that these countries are not meeting the Paris Climate Agreement goals. The United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres warns the worst effects of global warming are fast approaching if no changes are made. Biden has agreed to give $11 billion in aid to these countries. He hopes that this decision will inspire the world's wealthiest countries to also give aid to raise the collective $100 billion they promised under the 2015 Paris Climate Accord. The UN plans to meet to discuss the current climate crisis in November. In his address to the UN General Assembly, Biden vows to make the United States a world leader in climate change. The Moderna vaccine appears to be more successful in preventing against COVID-19 hospitalizations compared to Pfizer and Johnson & Johnson, according to the CDC. A study was conducted in which they observed 3,600 vaccinated adults who were hospitalized and not which vaccine they received. Researchers found that the Moderna vaccine is currently 93% effective against COVID-19, compared to Pfizer's 88% and Johnson & Johnson's 71%. Despite these numbers, researchers still urge everyone to get vaccinated. This comes as the COVID-19 cases are ramping up nationwide with the extremely contagious Delta variant spreading. All three vaccines provide substantial protection against COVID-19 hospitalizations. Thousands of immigrants from Haiti are stuck at the U.S. border near Rio Grande. As the migrant crisis ensues, these immigrants are staying in hopes that the United States will let them seek asylum. However, there is fear of deportation. Haitians were forced out of the country as national disasters, a broken government following the assassination of their president, have severely impacted their last few months. Authorities from Mexico have already begun to fly Haitians back. New images have been released of U.S. Border Patrol approaching and attacking these refugees on horsebacks. The White House is currently investigating the origin of this conflict. Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer prompted the Biden administration in stopping deportations of these refugees.
Thanks, Asia. Field reporter Caitlin Bancroft asked Hofstra students about changes they have seen since returning to campus this semester. Let's hear what they have to say.
Thanks, Rachel. As Hofstra students made their official in-person return this month, I spoke with students to discuss how their semester is going. Hofstra's campus is bustling with student activity amidst the start of a new semester. I'm here at the Student Center to gauge how students are readjusting to a full return of in-person learning. This fall semester, Hofstra's campus is coming back to life, and this includes having clubs and classes in person again. What does that feel like after such a long period of it being virtual?
Last year I was still on campus, but it wasn't the same being on Zoom for classes and clubs. So just getting to be around people, whether it's my friends or just random people I'll strike up a conversation with, it's really great to get to do that again.
I'm actually able to focus again. I was very guilty of the Zoom limbo. I did not feel connected to my professors or classes at all. I didn't get my work done the way I should have, and now I feel kind of reinvigorated into actually being academic again.
More people on campus also means more people in crowded places like the dining halls. Have the lines been noticeably longer?
I have noticed that after my class, a lot of people end around the same time, so the lines were extremely long, yes.
I don't think it's a bad thing, it's just now I have to budget my time in a different way. So yeah, it's been a definite noticeable difference.
What has the parking lot traffic been like since the start of the fall semester?
All of my professors have complained and been late at least once or twice already.
Crowded. I mean, it's difficult to find a parking spot away from people, let alone a spot at all at times. It all depends on when your classes are.
Commuters and people who do drive are saying parking is difficult, and I've had so many people come in late to my morning classes because parking is terrible in the mornings.
What are some things you are most looking forward to now that we are all together again back on campus?
Well, I already know what I'm looking forward to. I'm in a lot of clubs. I got stressed about having too many clubs.
I'm so excited for clubs. Honestly, I didn't really join any clubs last year because I was a little nervous about it being online and me not really making friends. And then also just I was a freshman last year, so that was just also a little nerve-wracking.
Being able to do things with groups of people. So as a TV film major, being able to go out and crew things and actually be close with each other instead of having to do things on your own and send footage everywhere, or being able to go have lunch with a group of friends. That's what I'm most excited for.
There may be some long food lines and some crowded parking lots here at Hofstra, but the overall consensus is that students are excited to be back in person where they can enjoy clubs and classes together again.
Coming up next, all you need to know in Hofstra Sports.
There's just something about music that stirs the soul, makes us crank it, let go and come alive. This is what makes life, right? Yet what if too much of a good thing today could make us miss out on life tomorrow? 1 in 5 American teenagers now has some type of hearing loss. Loud noise is the most common cause. And these days, we're plugged in louder and longer than ever. Let's hear for life. Turn the volume down.
Our teams have gotten off to a hot start. Here with more on Hofstra Sports is Danny DiCrescenzo.
Thanks, Rachel. Hofstra field hockey looks to stretch their unbeaten streak to 4 straight games as they take on Rider University this Friday. The match will start promptly at 4 p.m. in the field hockey stadium. The team sits at 5 wins and 4 losses through their first 9 matches as junior midfielder Mercedes Curry leads the team with 4 goals and 8 points. Her continued play will be critical to keep this streak alive. They're yet to play a conference match. However, this contest for Rider will be the last of their initial non-conference stretch. They look for a victory to hopefully begin their conference matches strong and continue to build on their already impressive slate. Men's soccer has a busy week. They won a game last night against Fairleigh Dickinson, clutching the win 3-2, and will play Friday at 1 p.m. versus William & Mary. They are currently riding a 3-game win streak and sit at 6-1, with their only loss coming in an away match at Northeastern. With their next upcoming game being played at home, they are certain to be very confident due to their undefeated record here at Hempstead. With 11 games remaining and half of them being within the CAA, the Pride will seek to win their next game to spark a run in the heart of the season. On Sunday, September 26th, the Hofstra women's soccer team takes on Towson in the first conference game of the season. The Pride finished their 9 non-conference games strong to start the year with an overall record of 8-1, with their only loss coming to number 7 ranked Penn State. The Pride notably won all 5 of their Ivy League matchups, including their most impressive win in which they shut out number 22 ranked Princeton en route to a 2-0 victory. The team is seeking to start these next crucial few weeks strong on their home turf against the Tigers, as they have 9 games remaining and 8 of them are within the CAA.
That'll do it for today's episode of Hofstra Today.
Make sure to tune into our next show on Wednesday, October 6th, featuring an interview with new Hofstra University President, Dr. Susan Poser.
Make sure to also follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter to keep up to date on the latest Hofstra news. Signing off, I'm Rachel Lucier.
And I'm Max Sacco. Stay safe and have a great rest of your day, Hofstra.